It seems common sense that it's good for the ground, good for the environment, and I just want to be a part of that.
And every year's different with cover crops. No 2 years are alike, just like it is with growing corn, beans, or other cash crops. So last year we had some beans mature earlier because of the dry, hot summer, and they were starting to drop leaves in late August. And then we had all that moisture last fall. We really missed an opportunity to get a cover crop out there in late August to have it growing all through the fall. We wasted a lot of water, not doing anything with it. And that field sat idle till we didn't plant corn there till June. So it was, if we'd have had the hay a year ago for that purpose, that'd have been great. So it's here for when that opportunity comes to us next time.
Yeah, and it's not hard to look at this field and see how much erosion control, how much soil stability is coming from this cover crop on here. It's huge. So.
Yeah, and we see very little to no erosion in this field currently. There's so much biomass on that soil surface with all of those living plant roots in the ground that really anchor that soil down. So very little soil movement, and that's a very good thing for water quality.
Yeah, this is a nice field. It's a good field, but it has some slope to it as well.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It is up and down, and the rows actually run up and down the slope in some places. And so again, having that soil cover, having that living plant root in the ground to anchor that down is very important.
We're seeing less runoff, less nutrients in the water systems, in wells, in lakes. Which is a big plus. Those things are real problems that need to be solved, and they're going to have to be solved by solutions that are practical, and this is a very practical solution.
Cover crops bring a lot of advantage to agriculture. When you look at it, we have kind of three main points that are coming out of cover crops. You have water quality, soil health, and nutrient holding capacity. And all three of those play critical parts together to why cover crops are an awesome solution in agriculture.
Cover crops put a live organism, a live plant in the ground for as many months as we can. And here in the Midwest, we're going to have winter, and we're going to kill off some of the crop at the time. But what it does is it gets a growing, living organism in the ground. And now we can drop in 49 rows, 120 feet wide. The real advantage to it is on-point application, aerial application. You've got some drift, you got the wind movement, you got some things that are going to take that seed off point.
And we put in radishes, and we put in turnips, and then we put in cereal rye.
Okay.
And the rye is big now, and we're just now killing it. The corn is planted, and so I think that's probably a real viable thing that can be done here.
High boy is a much more even and complete process. In the corners, they back into the corner, and the cover crop starts right from there. And there's no fade outs or empty spaces. The wind doesn't blow it off the end rows. I've had not very good luck with an airplane, and as far as coverage goes. And with a high boy, it just seems totally even the 2 years that I've used a high boy.
When I look at that soil aggregate, there is a tremendous amount of biology in this soil. There's all kinds of channels where roots and worms are down through this soil, and that really allows water to infiltrate rapidly into that soil. It really reduces the amount of runoff that even occurs from these fields, and therefore, it really helps improve water quality.
What we often find here is in the springtime, this rye, once it gets some growth, will start to form almost a sod layer. It's starting to do that a little bit here now, right there. This is about 50 pounds of rye out here, cereal rye, but it's a nice earthworm there, getting going. If a guy was wanting to graze this, you put 100 pounds of rye out here, and it would form a sod layer and hold up the cattle better. I think one thing to take away from this field, we harvested this field 2 days after a 3-inch rain, and it was not dry before that 3-inch rain. We had 3 inches, and I'd say half of it ran off because it was so wet. But we have enough soil structure and resilience out here. We can come out here with combines and not make tracks after a rainfall event like that. This field would have been conventionally tilled, you'd have been rutting it up one end of the field to the other.
I'd say there's still 25% cover in there now.
So
And yeah, so that's a good thing.
suppress the weeds.
Yep. Yeah, we just had a post application around V5. You know, we like to keep that under 450 GDUs on the Roundup Pass, but you know, I think it's going to help with cooling the canopy too, keeping things cool. You know, if it's covered, and you know, suppressing any grass that we have problems with in the sands. So, but yeah, the cover crop combo with the strip tilling has been very beneficial. We really like that a lot.